Hello, thanks for watching, and I'm back in the kitchen again today. Today I'm going to be doing gluten-free Yorkshire puddings, and I'm going to be following 3 different recipes to see which ones gives the best results. Yeah, so as I just said, I'm going to be doing 3 different recipes for making gluten-free Yorkshire puddings. So we'll have a look to see what we're using because I'm really interested in this. Right, so the first list of ingredients we're going to be using, it's from the Freeform. This is from their website, the Dust Farm. As I say, it's only half the recipe. So in here is 100 grams of flour, there's a pinch of salt, 1.5 eggs, and 150 ml of milk. As I say, that's on the website. Now the second one, I'm going to be using Bob's Red Mill 1:1 baking flour. Now I've used Bob's Red Mill flour before when I've done pancakes, and I have done a video on that, so feel free to have a look at that to see how they come out. This one isn't on the Bob's Red Mill website. This is actually from darngoodveggies.com. I've managed to find a recipe on there, so feel free to have a look at that as well. Now the ingredients, as I say again, it's only half the amount I'm using. It's 80 grams of the 1:1 baking flour, 80 grams of corn flour, there's a pinch of salt, there's 2 eggs, and 125 ml of milk. So that's the second one. Now here's the most interesting one, and that's this one. This one is from a website called glutenfreecupoftea.co.uk. Now this one caught my eye because the young woman that runs this one, her name is Becky XL. And what drew my attention is that she's a Sunday Times best-selling author, and she's a a gluten-free cook. But what really drew me to this one is that she's been dubbed the Queen of Gluten-Free by Nigella Lawson. Now that's quite a high accolade. So I'm really interested in this one, and this is why. This is only using 100 grams of corn flour, but there's 3 eggs and milk. There's no there's no salt in this. That's all it is. So I'm really interested to see how the corn flour Yorkshire puddings match up to these. So we'll see how that one works out. Right, so that's the ingredients we're going to be using for the 3 of these. Right, I've made the batters up, so we'll have a look at them just to see if there is any difference in the consistency of them. So we'll have a look. Right, so these are the 3 batter mixes we've got made up. This is the Dove's Farm flour, and you can see, to me it's just like a typical batter mix. Not too, well, a little bit runny. This one is using the 1:1 baking flour from the darngoodveggies.com website, and you can see that this one is quite a thick batter. I'm interested to see how this one comes out, because the batter does look good, I must admit. And then we've got this one from the glutenfreecupoftea.co.uk. As I said, this is just using corn flour, eggs and milk, no salt, no seasoning in it, and this is really, well, really runny. So I am really interested to see how this one compares to this one, but also how this one compares to this one. In fact, I'm really interested to see how they all compare, and I want to see which one comes out the best. Now I've got the oven on at 220, it's just warming through, and I'm going to be using a bit of lard on my trays. And as I say, I'm going to be doing these in batches separately because this one takes a lot less longer. This one only takes 15 to 20 minutes, whereas this one takes 25 to 30 minutes, and this one takes 20 to 25. So I'm having to do them individually, but I am only making maybe 3 or 4 of each, just to see how they come out. So I'll get back to you in a minute, and I'll probably start with this one. Right, I've got my trusty oven glove here. Right, I've just put the Dove Farm ones into the oven. They'll cook for about 25 to 30 minutes. I didn't film that because I don't see the point. I'm only pouring the batter in, and I don't want my fat to get cold as I'm pouring it in and playing about with the camera. So they're now in the oven. They'll take 25 to 30 minutes, and then we'll get them out and we'll see what they're like and put the next ones in. So I'll catch you in a minute. There we go. They haven't come out too bad. I'll put them on. Alright, that's these ones. That's the free form. Not looking too bad. Another thing with these freeform ones, the cooking time was 25 to 30 minutes. I left them for 28 minutes. And this is, as you can see, how they've come out. Not too bad. A bit soft on the top. I've cut one in half, just to show you the inside. A little bit doughy. But we'll have a taste test at the end and see what they're like. Now I've got the other ones in, and that's the ones using the Red Mill 1-to-1 baking flour. Right, now we'll get the next ones out. Nice and crisp on the top, these ones. This is the one with the Bob's Red Mill flour. Plate them up. They feel a lot lighter than the free from. Sorry, the free from. That's them there. I'll just give a quick run through with these ones at the minute. That's the ones that I've just got out. The Red Mill 1-to-1 baking flour. A lot more lighter on the colour. They were in for about 23 minutes. These ones, the recipe says between 25 and 30 minutes, and I left them for about 27 minutes, I think. So right now I'm going to get the very last ones out and see what they look like. Wow, what can I say? What can I say? I'm amazed. I really had my doubts about these ones. I really did, because I've never heard of a Yorkshire pudding just made out of corn flour. But just look how these have come out. Really crisp on the top. Really big as well. These are a lot bigger than the other ones. So we'll get these plated up. Just look at the size of that. I'm blown away with these ones, really am. It's hot. Just look at the size of them. And these ones had the most eggs in. They had 3 eggs. Just the corn flour and the milk. But just look at them. Well, I'll put the 3 of them out together. There we are, we can see the difference. Now this is the Dove's Farm one, and this is the one with the red mill flour, But this one, this is just the corn flour. Now you can see the difference in the size with that. But what we're going to do, we're going to have a little taste test and we'll see what they're like. I'm going to cut another one of these open up just to see what they look like as well. And then we'll have a little taste test. But I'm pleasantly surprised with these. I shouldn't have doubted it. Very skeptical I was, but if you've tried these ones before, just out of corn flour, let me know how you got on with them. But we'll do a little taste test now. I'll pick another one, and this is the Dove's Farm one. So I'll cut it open again. You can see there's a lot springier. We'll cut this open again just to have a look inside this one. Now it's sat for a little while. That's the inside of them. Don't look too bad. A little bit doughy. So we'll give these a taste test. They feel okay. This is the Dove's Farm one. I'll try first. They've certainly got the taste of a Yorkshire pudding. A little bit doughy, not much, but they are quite nice. Trying the last piece. Yeah, they've certainly got the taste of a Yorkshire pudding. Just that little bit doughy, not much. There's not much in it, not compared to the first one I opened. That might have just been a fluke that was lying at the bottom. As you can see, this one, it is cooked a lot better. Right, so again, I'm gonna, nice and fun, I'll cut into another one. You can hear it doesn't sound bad at all. And that's how they've come out. A little bit doughy there, but nice and springy. We'll see how these compare to the freeform ones. Nice and springy, as I say. See what they're like. Better flavour. Excuse my mouth. That's a hard call. Again, tastes like a Yorkshire pudding. Nothing wrong with them at all. A little bit more of a flavour to these ones. Apart from that, there's not much difference. So try the last piece. Really good. The texture's lovely to them. As I say, slightly better taste, and the texture's slightly better as well. We're going to try the last ones now, and that's the ones just made with the corn flour. And we'll see what they're like. Again, I'll cut another one in half. These feel a lot lighter than the other two. They do feel a lot lighter. So we'll see what they're like. And look at that on the inside of them, really light. They look really good. Getting a little bit of dough there, nothing much in it. They were cooked for about 17 minutes. But yeah, they look really good as well. Look at, I just can't get over the size of these ones just with the corn flour. No other raisin agent in there at all. But it does have 3 eggs, just even in these 4. so there's a lot more of an eggs in it. But I'm going to give these a taste. Right, that's these ones. They look really good, nice and springy as well. Nice touch to them. The only thing is, these didn't have salt in them. There was no salt in the recipe, and I wanted to follow the recipe as it was. So we'll see. Wow, I'm blown away with them ones. Does it need salt in them? Yes and no. It's up to your preference, really. Maybe they don't, because if you have a nice gravy with them. But also, you can put a nice bit of sugar on them. It'll go nice with a nice pudding. Put a little bit of sugar on them. Do you have them with sugar on? Let me know in the comments on how you eat your Yorkshire puddings, because they would make a nice Yorkshire pudding bread and butter. They would make a bread and butter pudding. They'd make a really good one. I'll try the last bit. Really nice. I'm rambling. I'm speechless because, wow, the flavour of them just with corn flour is really, really nice. Easy to make. They're easy to make anyway. Yeah, I'm going to have the other piece. I'm really blown away with them. Yeah, a little bit of salt might be missing, but as I say, you could have them with sugar on. Nice little sweet dessert. Nice bit of jam as well. Well, we'll have to give a verdict on these now. Right, I'm going to sit and make a verdict on these now. I'm going to get my wife to try them. I'll have her verdict at first. I'm not going to tell her which ones is which. Put them on another little plate and let her pick and see which one she likes. And then I'll give a verdict as well. I'll give her verdict and I'll be back in a minute. I've just let my wife have a taste of the three of them. I didn't tell her which was which. Now, in first place with my wife is these ones. You can see them. That's the ones just with the corn flour. She loves these ones. The only thing is she said it needs a bit of salt in the recipe. But apart from that, she loves these ones. Maybe a little bit longer cooking, because they're a little bit doughy, but not a great deal in it. Maybe for about 20 minutes. In the second place, which surprised me, was the Free From. That's the Dove's Farm. She liked these ones as well. They all need a little bit more salt, but that come in second. And last but not least came in the one with Bob's Red Mill. The reason it come in third place is she said it's a little bit more claggy, a little bit more chewier, but it's each to their own really. That's her verdict, but all of them need a little bit more sugar. Yeah, salt, not sugar. I keep wanting to say salt. Sugar, I said it again. Oh, I'm losing my head here. So that's my wife's verdict. And yes, my verdict is that I will certainly go with these ones as well. Yep, she certainly keeps the title of Queen of Gluten Free. So my hat's off to her for that, because I'm really shocked. I didn't think they would have worked. I don't know why I doubted it. But my second choice would have been the Bob's Red Mill one, because I like that chewiness. To me, there's nothing wrong with that. But very closely with the Free From. Not a great deal in it. So that's it really for this. If you have celiac and you make gluten-free Yorkshire puddings, let me know your recipe and I'll have a look and if you want, I might cook it for you. Let me know which one of these three that you really like the look of. Please do leave a comment, and if it is your type of video, then please give it a thumbs up and maybe consider following. It's free, doesn't cost a bean, and you see me cook like this. So yeah, I'm over the moon with these. But yeah, so that's really it for this video. But yeah, if you want to leave a comment, please feel free. Let me know what your thoughts on these three, and let me know your thoughts on what you cook. Yeah, so I'm going to go now. I've got a bit of tidying up to do before I make the tea, because what I didn't tell my wife is that the reason I get her to try these is that she's not had a toad in a hole for a long time. So I'm going to make her a toad in a hole this evening, and I'm going to be following the recipe for these ones. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. She doesn't know that's what I'm making. Be a nice little surprise for her, because she's not had one for a long time, not ever since she's found out that she's celiac. So that's a nice wee surprise. So that's what I'm going to do for her for tonight's tea. So anyway, I'm going to go and get tidied up, and then I'm going to crack on and make a toad in a hole. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.